starting lineup for the Kings, who beat Golden State last night, scoring 130 points, matching the most points that they've scored this year. Weber, Williamson, Divac, the former Laker, Nick Anderson, and Jason Williams in the backcourt. For the Lakers, who have been off since they beat Seattle without Shaq in overtime on Monday, it is Glenn Rice, A.C. Green, O'Neal at middle, and then Kobe Bryant and Ron Harper in the backcourt. The officials tonight, Bernie Fryer, Jim Clark, and Leon Wood. The Lakers come in with a 34-5 home record, second only to the Indiana Pacers. In fact, their road record is better than everyone's home record in the NBA, with the exception of Indiana. We are underway and the Lakers control.
Now we know that we're going to see the triangle. Here's your two-man game, but continually watch as they swing the ball from side to side, where they bring Shaq from side to side from the lane.
Rice missing the first shot of three, but Shaquille O'Neal is inside, a block by Divac, and Shaq continue to pound the offensive board. A.C. Green decides to pass it out with a new clock for the Lakers. By the way, the Lakers playing without Derek Fisher, the backup point guard, who is on the injured list with bone spurs in his right ankle, as the game underway with a Shaq boot.
See, the Lakers have improved in the offensive rebounding. They now average close to 14 a game, somewhat like the old Chicago Bulls, who used to get 17 a game.
10 on the shot clock for the freewheeling Sacramento Kings, and Jason Williams loses the ball. And Kobe Bryant in control for the Lakers, coming in with a 65-13 record. Ron Harper wide open, hits the shot, and it's 4-0.
Well, you cannot allow the Lakers to come down and then put everybody guarding Shaq, because the Lakers will attempt that 18 to 22-foot jump shot.
And so will Divac if he's left open like that. So Vlade Divac, who will bring Shaq out with his perimeter shooting, puts the Kings on the scoreboard.
Yeah, this is something to look for, because Divac's outside is always a threat for a 2 or a 3, and then that allows Williamson and Weber to post up.
Divac, though, will have problems against Shaq in the low post, and another offensive rebound by A.C. Green, and it's knocked out of bounds by Weber, and virtually a full clock for the Lakers.
Dick, if you're going to double team Shaq, big man, that's going to allow Green, and it's going to allow Horry or Rice to get on the offensive glass.
A.C. Green from the perimeter, and it's 6-2. So Green, known more for his defensive play, by the way, playing in his 1107th consecutive game, an ongoing NBA record, as Vlade Divac comes back and hits his second from the other corner.
Now see, that's big. They love to drive the baseline and then kick the ball out.
Green driving in, got past Williamson, and a high-scoring early moment. It's 8-4 in favor of the Lakers.
Well, in the early going, you can see that Sacramento is just waving at people defensively.
Nick Anderson hitting a three, and we saw the other night against San Antonio as he looks like a spry youngster again and hitting the shots.
Yeah, I'm happy for Nick. And it's nice to see him back in his old swing. He attempts 5 threes a game. We know he has that, but in that San Antonio game, Dick, time after time, he attacked the basket off the dribble, and that's the old Nick Anderson in his early days in Orlando.
29 points in the last 2 games, including last night against Golden State, and Williamson trying to drive is bumped, and the Lakers committing their first foul of the game.
If you sit down and talk with the coaching staff of Sacramento, they'll tell you that they play the up and down game as good as anyone, if not better. They'll allow you to score because they're relying on outscoring you for the night, because that's why they attempt 23s. They're not a great three-point shooting team, but they attempt them and they get the extra points.
You talked about the fact that the Lakers have trouble matching up with Divac, Williamson, and that man, Chris Weber, and Weber getting the basket and a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, this we'll see all night long. Green and Horry will have a difficult time with Weber and Williamson, because both guys put the ball down on the floor. Not only can they shoot the jump shot, but they can take you strong off the dribble.
Shaquille O'Neal with the personal foul, and Weber, who has averaged his season's average of 24 points against the Lakers this year and nearly 14 rebounds, gives the Kings a 2-point lead. It's their first lead of the game. Nearly 3 minutes gone by in the first. Kobe Bryant for a moment trying to post up against Williamson. Harper against Jason Williams, going strong to the basket. And the Kings get a defense board.
Now remember, as you watch Sacramento through the 48 minutes, they'll drive and then kick the ball back. an attempted three-point shot.
That's what Divac tried to do, but he had Shaquille O'Neal in front of him, and it was last touched by O'Neal.
See, they're different than anyone else. Their style of play, helter-skelter, drive it, kick it back out, shoot the three, 1 against 3, 1 against 2. They don't care. They have the green light.
Weber over Shaquille O'Neal, and the rebound by Green. The Kings, with the win last night against Golden State, snapped a 3-game losing streak. They have not been playing well, but they're in the 7th slot right now. O'Neal with a fake on Divac, and Divac doing a good defensive job.
Main thing tonight, Divac, just don't foul Shaq. Stay beyond. That's what we mean right there.
Jason Williams practically from midcourt unleashed the 3-point out of nowhere.
I thought that was from Anaheim. It looked like it came in through a tunnel.
Or at least from Long Beach. A timeout called by the Lakers in the early going here of this Western Conference battle. The Kings lead it by a score of 10-8.
Hey, grab me a Bud Light. Oh, no. Would you look at that? There's only one left. Really? Sorry, buddy. What are you doing? Y'all done? Oh, yeah.
With a great taste that won't fill you up and never let you down.
I've got an idea.
Make it a Bud Light.
Welcome to the Foot Locker House of Hoops. Today we're going to install a fire prevention system. Hey, Alan, how's it coming?
All fire systems go, Nora.
Well, let's give it a test, shall we?
Cool.
Boy, Alan sure is hot. Just like this Nike Air Diversity Up Tempo, which you can only get at Foot Locker. Well, that's all for the House of Hoops.
The roof is on fire! Today we're looking for halftime acts with that special something. A little je ne sais quoi. Next.
Talk to the hand, because the head ain't listening.
Next.
She's on fire.
Next.
Book him. Yeah, he's in.
Next.
Oh, come on. I hate mimes.
This is gonna be a long night.
Can you hear me? Is this thing on?
Now Harper has the basketball right here. The play is broken down. See, Bryant is going to show you the triangle. See, they're clearing out. But look how deep Shaq is right here in the paint. Once they make that pass, when things break down, you're in trouble. Because he pins Divac on his back, and he takes the 7-foot, 330 to 350 pounds up, and there is nothing that you can do about it.
Let's send it over to Reggie Theus. Reg?
Dick, Shaq back after missing 2 games with a sore left ankle. Because of their schedule, he got 8 days to get better, and of course, that's much needed rest. Now, he also said that he's 90% better and ready to go. Now, I talked to the Laker trainer, Gary Vidia, about his hamstring. He says it's not really his hamstring. He's having problems with the mechanics of his pelvis, which is causing strain on his hamstring. That is still a big problem. He's getting treated, though, with a lot of heat, deep tissue massages, and electric stim. Guys?
That's the complete treatment. AC Green at one end hitting the basket, and Chris Weber with another opportunity for a 3-point play. So Shaquille O'Neal, while he was gone, the Lakers were 1-1, losing to San Antonio, their worst loss of the year, by 18 points last Saturday, and then coming back to beat Seattle Monday in overtime. Weber with his second 3-point play the conventional manner, and it's a 3-point Sacramento lead.
Now you can see that he and Williamson can beat their men defensively with the dribble. Just attack the rim. At the other end, somebody's got to start playing AC Green.
Here is Kobe Bryant with his first shot of the game, and it's perfect. The Lakers clicking from the perimeter, and it's a 1-point Kings lead. Kobe Bryant coming in, having a fantastic season as the second leading scorer at 22.4. Long rebound on the miss by Nick Anderson. Here is Glenn Rice with his first shot of the game. Glenn Rice with his first points, and the Lakers regain the lead.
What I liked about Rice is he stayed, he learned where the places are in the triangle to get his points. He's giving you 16 points a game, doing an excellent job.
And Corliss Williamson getting on the board. Williamson has had some good games against the Lakers. The entire front court has, and that bears watching. Shaq defended by
no double team.
Divac, and O'Neal beats him for his second basket.
Well, there's nothing he can do about that, Dick. You know, he had good position. Now, this is the end that Shaq's got to come.
Offensive foul, and the charging foul is Divac. Very upset.
Yeah, he's upset.
And Leon Wood, and a technical foul now has been called against Vlade Divac, called for the offensive foul.
Well, Vlade Divac is claiming that Shaq moved. From our angle, it looked like Shaq was right there. Now, let's just see what happens. We're going to give you the replay now. You can see Vlade coming in. No question about it. He was outside the line, and then also he took it right in the chest. Now, Vlade is all over Bernie Fryer.
And Glenn Rice, who is 10th in the NBA at free throw shooting at 87%, makes good, and Fryer still hearing it from Divac.
Yeah, you can see right here. See, Shaq anticipated well. He does not have to give up that lane. You say, well, he's moving. So what? He was not going in a direct line to the basket. He was going horizontally, so Shaq is allowed to step out and take away the lane.
Remember the finish of the San Antonio game when Divac was fouled out with David Robinson, and he thought Robinson committed the foul, and here come the Kings coming back trying to up-tempo, something they haven't done much so far in this game. And Nick Anderson from the corner hits. Anderson off to a good start with 5 points, and we're tied at 17.
Yeah, both teams are getting what they want. We're not seeing hard-nosed defense, but that's what we tell you. When you play Sacramento, it's the tempo of the game. You're not accustomed to it. Everybody plays a little loose, and it looks like you're way ahead. And you look up and the score is tied.
4-on-3 for the Kings, and Anderson into Webber with the basket. Nick Anderson penetrated, and Chris Webber now with 8 points in the first quarter. Remember, coming back from a strained left calf that sidelined him for 4 out of the previous 6 games.
Well, Phil Jackson told us this evening that he worries about the transition defense, and you can see right there, that was a 4-on-2. They didn't take the 3, just attack the rim.
Bryant forces it over Divac, and there's Shaq underneath, and he's fouled. So Shaquille O'Neal will be going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. And Ryan Shaw coming into the game, as we mentioned. Derek Fisher on the injured list. He'll have to be out for 5 games with bone spurs in his right ankle. There is Fisher, who has been a very competent backup point guard. So Shaw, who could play both guard positions in there now.
Right now, we're having a problem because no one called timeout. The officials thought that Sacramento called timeout. Both teams thought that it was an automatic timeout. Right now, in the early going, the Lakers are showing the extra shot effort. They are on the offensive glass, and they have at least 4 offensive rebounds in the early going.
Shaq himself has 4 offensive rebounds, and he misses his first free throw attempt. And Shaquille O'Neal at 52.5% from the line, which is about what his career free throw shooting percentage is.
He's shooting it with a lot more confidence since the All-Star game. And you got to give him a lot of credit because he works at it very hard during practice, and then after practice he puts in the time.
Kings by 2, 5.5 to play in the first. Jason Williams going by Bryant and lays it in. Very tough matchup as Williams is too quick for Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, Kobe Bryant is 6'8", and right there you should not belly up with a guy who is clever with the dribble like he tried to do right there, because he'll beat you up with his first move, and then you're trailing.
Shaq with another offensive rebound, puts it through after Rice is missed. So that's 5 off the offensive glass, and Shaq now has 7 points. There's the offensive rebounding story, and it's a shutout, 7-0 Lakers. Bryant got a hand on that shot by Jason Williams, and Corliss Williamson, and another good defensive job that time by Rice.
Look out.
And there is Glenn Rice trying the reverse layup. Coming up empty, the Kings with the ball and a 1-point lead, and Divac throws it too high off the fingertips of Williamson.
It's always difficult to throw a same plane pass, mainly because you cannot gauge the speed of the guy running.
And Glenn Rice stepping on the line out of bounds will turn it over to the Sacramento Kings. And Phil Jackson, who says that his team getting ready for the playoffs, where his team will be the obvious favorite going in. Huge lead over Portland. Anderson drives in for the layup.
That was an excellent screen for Nick Anderson on the other side of the floor. Now, on the last possession, Rice stepped out of bounds. Now, you have to remember, in the NBA game, when you spot up in the corner for a three-point shot, you only have 3 feet from the line to the sideline. So when you catch and put that leg back, it happens night in and night out. Guys will step out of bounds.
CNN Sports Illustrated, the sports network more people are switching to. Call your cable or satellite provider.
What are you doing?
Get your own Passat. Right now, get a great lease rate on a Passat GLS at your local Volkswagen dealer.
They say one's cows are mad. A monstrous slur. They say one's dentistry is diabolical. Looks fine to me. But there's one thing they say which is absolutely bang on. One's television is brilliant.
If one wants the best of British television on BBC America, one gets the Total Choice package on DirecTV. Visit www.directtv.com.
One wants one's BBC.
Better be on DirecTV, madam.
Quite.
Welcome back to the NBA on TNT. Ernie Johnson in our Atlanta studio. Earlier tonight, game 1 of our doubleheader, the Miami Heat at home fall to the Indiana Pacers 105-101. Alonzo Mourning did not start that game. Pat Riley benched him in the first quarter. He came on with under 4 minutes to go in the quarter. The reason Alonzo Mourning overslept this morning, was late for shoot-around. The disciplinary action was taken by Pat Riley not starting the big guy, and Alonzo Mourning confirmed that after the game. Also after the game, Craig Sager questioned Pat Riley.
Coach, he's a player that plays with a broken nose and all. We had heard reports of possibly getting a verbal argument today.
Bull. You see, you're out there searching for a bunch of We said we would make it, we'd make a statement after the game. And so you're out there chasing a bunch of stuff. You can't wait until after the game. And that's when we're going to make the statement. And nothing had to be said. There was nothing like that whatsoever. He was tremendously remorseful about it. But that's just the rule. That's life. And sometimes when life, guy's late, he's late. He knew the consequences, and that was it. But there was no verbal anything with anybody. Chasing that kind of story down and putting it on television is just, it's crazy, Craig.
In your book, you talk about once in a while.
I don't want to talk about my book. Okay. Any other questions about the game, please? Any other questions about the game?
So was he here at a certain point?
No, he didn't.
Pat Riley and Craig Sager after the game tonight in Miami. Alonzo Mourning scoring 28 points. He had 5 rebounds, hit 10 out of 13 from the floor, but Miami falls 105-101. Much more on that at halftime and on Inside the NBA. Now let's go back to Dick and Hubie, guys.
All right, Ernie. Well, Hubie, never a dull moment with the Pat Riley camp in Miami a few weeks ago, criticizing the media, and now, of course, this Alonzo Mourning.
Well, they're frustrated right now because of the fact that they're losing games, and they're in the process of possibly losing first place. Now, in this game right here, Sacramento on an 8-0 run, they forced 3 turnovers out in the open floor, and they're scoring. But, every coach has been through that. There are a lot of coaches who have started Alonzo Mourning this evening, Dick, even though he was late for that workout, if that's exactly what happened.
And that is a big game against Indiana. Now they fall behind. 3 games behind the Indiana Pacers, so that could be critical as far as Miami overtaking Indiana. Meanwhile, Nick Anderson and Vlade Divac. Anderson coming in with a 3, coming back, and the Kings have opened up a 10-point lead over the Lakers. Vlade Divac hitting his 3rd perimeter shot. Anderson, the leading scorer now with 12, and a 10-0 run by the Sacramento Kings, silencing the Staples Center crowd. Here is Bryant open. That's a two-point basket for Kobe Bryant, and the lead is 8.
Well, they can get that anytime they want, mainly because Sacramento is playing soft. They're playing soft so they can get back in and help Shaq. But you know and I know you cannot beat these guys playing just strictly perimeter.
And under 2 minutes to go, Chris Webber having his way with the Lakers in the first quarter now with 12 points. And it is a 10-point lead once again. 5 of 6 for the field for Webber, who's got to get first-team NBA consideration without question this year. Here is Ryan Shaw going around. The Kings expected a pass. Instead, Shaw went all the way for the layup.
Anytime that you attack Sacramento off the dribble, you know that if you keep it two bounces, you're going to basically get down inside of the defense. A lot of nights, if they're not rotating, and like tonight, they're concerned with Shaq, you're going to get a layup.
How about Divac hitting a three? Vlade Divac, who is incredible from the field so far. And he has 9 points in the game, and it's 37-26. Divac cannot miss, is 4 for 4. And Shaw coming off the screen. So Shaw playing in place of the injured Derek Fisher, and he's playing well off the bench. Under a minute remaining in the first quarter. Jason Williams, who already has 7 assists in this first quarter. He drives in, and it goes. And the Kings now leading by 11.
Well, Phil Jackson said, we're concerned with the transition game. He was right. We're concerned about the three-point shooting in the transition game. He was right. And also, they have trouble with Williams on the screen and rolls out on both wings.
It looks like the Lakers are having trouble with everyone wearing a purple uniform tonight. I want to remind you, TBS NBA Monday, it'll be the Pacers against the 76ers. Tuesday on TNT, the Raptors in Miami against the Heat, followed by the Sonics and the Kings. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's the lineup. The final days of the regular season coming up. Divac will come out of the game. There you see Robert Horry is checked in for the Lakers.
Now, Sacramento, their first unit could not have played any better. That was an outstanding 11-plus minutes of basketball from the offensive end of the floor.
Peja Stojakovic also into the game, and he gets the defensive rebound, and he has been a terror off the bench for the Kings.
Oh, he's an outstanding,
careless steal by Bryant.
Well, first of all, when you're running down the floor, you never take your eyes off the ball. Stojakovic was in front of Williams by pressure coming in the backcourt. Stojakovic never saw the pass. That is his omission.
Kings beat the Lakers by 13 back in December. Then the Lakers won by 3-1, and having to come from behind to do it. So a tough matchup, proven again tonight by the Kings. Stojakovic with a fall away, and Shaq getting the rebound, playing for the last shot of the first quarter.
When you play Sacramento, your game is in peaks and valleys. Dick told you earlier they scored 130 last night, so let's see if they can keep up this pace for 48 minutes.
And the Lakers turned it over on another good defensive play, and the frustration etched on the face of Phil Jackson.
Well, you get a good shot here.
And Webber going around Horry, and Horry knocks it around with 1/10 of a second remaining in the quarter.
Well, Chris Webber's upset here because he was stripped, and he didn't fall over his own feet. He felt that he was stripped, looked at Leon Wood and wanted to call. Leon Wood, you can see right now, is telling him he didn't think that he was stripped.
This has to be a deflection in, and that was the only way the Kings could score, but they have netted 39 points in the first quarter, and Vlade Divac, who played 7 years in a Laker uniform, has 9 of those points, including a 3. And after 1 here in Los Angeles, the Kings lead the Lakers 39-28.
I'm going to a place few have ever been. A place where you don't just see the action, you're in the action.
This April, Universal is bringing you the most intense movie event of the year, U571. And TNT, the Superstation, and Best Buy are taking you on board with the Dive Into the Action sweepstakes. Get your entry form at Best Buy for a chance to win VIP behind-the-scenes access to a regular season NBA on TNT or Superstation game. Enter now and see U571 in theaters April 21st.
Bite my Butterfinger.
From Nestle.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard American Airlines Flight 200 nonstop service to New York JFK. Captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign.
American Airlines is removing rows of seats from all their planes, so more coach passengers can have more room to do more things, like cross their legs. Ever seen a grown man cry? On American, coach has more class.
I get a lot of letters like, Dear John, I've got a dead alien. What should I do with it? One word. Barbecue.
There's a lot more to working at AutoZone than looking up parts or ringing up sales. And it has to do with taking pride in taking care of customers. Like testing an old part before selling a new one. Or simply having what they need when they need it. In other words, it's about taking care of people who take care of cars. And that's what we do best at AutoZone.
Flat TV from Philips, a new way to look at television.
We'd like to show you a screen and spot up with Jason Williams and Weber. You're going to see a screen here and then a spot up down here. As Jason Williams comes over the top, the defender follows. In that case, AC Green has got to step up because here's what's happening. You're opening up for three spot-up shooters for the three-point shot. But in this one, Jason Williams takes it all away because of the poor defense of AC Green. Now, they had it either way. They could have spot up for a three, or they could have taken that all the way. And it's been a nightmare on both sides of the floor in this first quarter.
Weber, the only starter for the Kings in there now, is going to the bench. The bench mob is Tony Delk and John Barry in the backcourt. Stojakovic remains in there along with Scott Pollard. And Weber with a big first quarter with 12. So did Nick Anderson have 12. And Ori defending against Weber. Tony Delk sandwiching in and throws the ball away. Lakers.
Yeah, I expect this group for the Lakers to play better defense. These are their better guys when we're looking at an entire unit, 5-on-5.
Rick Fox with Shaquille O'Neal, Robert Ori, Brian Shaw, and Ron Harper into the game. And 11 seconds on the shot clock for the Lakers.
See, right now, Rick Adelman has Delk and Barry in the backcourt. He has Stojakovic up there, that small forward. All three guys are three-point shooters, and then you've got Weber. The man out there with the lunch pail is Pollard.
Fox, who is the second-best three-point shooter for the Lakers, fires up the three. And Pollard getting the rebound for the Kings. So we'll see how the Kings bench does here. Tony Delk, who was out 3 games with a hyperextended right leg, returning against Golden State last night and having a double-figure game. And here is Weber with a good fake on Ori in the basket. Chris Weber down with 14.
He did an excellent job on the spin, because on the spin, he waited for Shaq to come on the double team. And when Shaq made his move, he waited and stepped under.
Ori hitting from the perimeter, and talking with Phil Jackson before the game, he is encouraging Robert Ori to take that kind of a shot.
Remember back in the years when Houston won the 2 rings, Ori was the small forward who night in and night out would get you 15 points or more, basically three-point shooting.
Weber trying to spin his way in the lane is fouled as both Ori and Shaw came over, and the personal is on Robert Ori.
The disappointing thing tonight, if you're the coaching staff for the Lakers, is how fast you're shooting and missing, or you're shooting and scoring. They are getting the ball after a score or on a miss up the floor, hurting your transition defense, where you cannot get the double team on the ball time and time again, Dick.
And that's why this is a tough matchup for the Lakers, and why the Kings are not intimidated by the tremendous record the Lakers have. Rick Adelman trying to wrap up a 7th slot in the Western Conference. Seattle losing to Dallas tonight, and if the Kings can win, they'll open up a 2-game gap. Weber makes one free throw, and it's 42-30 Kings.
Well, we told you, Weber, a career foul line average of 54%. This year at 75, definitely has stepped up his total game.
Horry with the turnaround, so the Lakers looking to get some points from Robert Horry. Normally they get the defensive play and the boards. It's a 10-point game.
Well, tonight, A.C. Green and Horry are definitely hurting Weber at the other end of the floor.
Stojakovic leaves it out to Tony Delk, and Delk hitting the jumper. So Tony Delk, 4 years ago, the most outstanding player for Kentucky's champions in the Final Four. Horry coming right back and misses, and Pollard, after screening out Shaq, getting the ball back. Here is John Barry with a fake pass and shot. Batted up to Ron Harper.
Remember, that's acceptable if you play for Sacramento.
Here is Shaw for three, in and out, and that ball was almost through the net, and it came out. And a timeout with 9:31 remaining in the second quarter. The Kings have dominated the Lakers, and that's a headline right now, to the tune of 44-32. Famed Gary Shandling is in the audience, and Pete Sampras, who won that fifth and dramatic singles match as the United States continue to move on in Davis Cup play and will next take on Spain. John Barry back in action, and of course he missed 5 games with an irritated cervical nerve in his neck, and a little bit of a concern for Rick Adelman because after fouling out last night has not been sharp.
Barry and Stojakovic have ended many games as the two backcourt people when this team was on a roll and playing its best basketball. So they need Barry to get back in the groove.
Fox missing a 3, and the Kings with a 12-point lead and the ball with nearly 3 minutes gone by in the second quarter.
See, the second unit can really shoot the 3. They're all high percentage three-point guys. But now Thunderbird is their main post-up guy.
Stojakovic missed the shot, and Pollard taps it in. So Pollard in there, and the quick pass to Robert Horry. Reverse layup, and a foul at the Lakers going fast break on the Kings, and Horry with a chance to convert a three-point play.
Well, Robert is definitely on his game tonight. He's looking offense, so's A.C. Green. Now, over the course of the season, they split the power forward position. Between them, they are getting 11 points and 11 rebounds night in and night out. Everyone keeps talking about, hey, you know, they get overpowered at the power forward position. That is a solid contribution for two guys who are not within the 3 main shot attempt people.
Foul is on Pollard, and Horry with the three-point play. And you got to remember that Horry and Fox were starters for the Lakers 2 years ago.
First time full court trap, a 1-2-1-1. Let's see if they stay with it now. Main thing is get the ball from side to side, then into the middle of the court. Just took off 11 seconds on the shot clock.
And on the shot clock, Stojakovic guarded by Rick Fox, running into a Pollard screen, and 4 on the shot clock. A little ad-libbing coming on, and Stojakovic, who had nowhere to go except for the shot, makes it and is fouled, and you get an idea of how court awareness he has on that team.
Well, this guy is really blessed. He's 6'9". He handles the ball like a guard. He can play guard, small forward, but he's an outstanding shooter. He shoots a high percentage from threes, over 80 on the foul line, and he's always a threat. Every time it leaves his hand, you honestly think the ball is going in.
Shaw missing the reverse lay-in. The Kings with their biggest lead of this game with 8:20 to go in the first half. Barry running into Shaw, misses, and now the Lakers breaking right back. Harper picked up by Delk, and the trailer is Shaw. And Shaw misses. Harper with an offensive rebound. Great pass to Shaquille O'Neal for the basket. Shaq down with 11, but an alert play by Ron Harper. Lead is 12 for the Kings. Thunderbird defended by Horry, and wide open Stojakovic for 3, and he's got it. Stojakovic, and now the Kings have 4 downtown three-pointers, and the Kings 4 for 6 from beyond the arc.
Dick, this guy shoots it at 37%. You cannot lose him. He's dynamite standing still, and then off the dribble, you have really got to get in his face.
Shaq misses the turnaround in the lane. A great hustle by Horry to keep it alive for the Lakers. And a hand for the crowd for Horry's hustle. Getting it down low. Shaq puts it through Pollard. So Shaquille O'Neal now with 13 points. And it is still a 13-point Kings lead. Stojakovic pulling up at the baseline. Vandenberg trying to keep it alive, and it's last touched by the Kings.
At the opposite end, once again, Shaq reposted 3 feet inside the paint. When that happens, all he does is make the catch and dunk right on top of you. Now keep an eye down inside. Look how deep he is in the paint. See, all it is one bounce up and in, and he's under the rim. And there's nothing you can do about it. The double team is too late. And then if you rush at him too early, he'll catch and pass the ball out and they have an open 3.
Rookie Devin George coming into the game for the Lakers as Shaq fouled on the pass down low. So George, who is the first-round pick, he was number 23 from Augsburg College in Minnesota, has played in 45 games and has started one of them. Checking into the game. We have a timeout with 7:01 remaining in the first half. The Kings over the Lakers 52-39. (52-39) Sacramento in the second. Tomorrow night on TNT, a new Saturday night classic.
No matter how many times you've seen it, you can still learn something about courage from a little boy and an alien. E.T. tomorrow at 8, part of the Saturday night new classics on TNT.
Well, Dick, we said that the Los Angeles Lakers have improved their offensive rebounding. Now, up until this point, they have 9 offensive boards and 10 points. Now, without that, Sacramento would be in a major romp here. Now, the reason why we brought out that point early is that Sacramento is 28th in the league in defensive rebounding. So when you are going to play them, you shoot and miss, you have got to crash 3 guys to the glass because the boards are there for you.
Kobe Bryant hitting from the perimeter, coming around the screen. He has 6. Vlade Divac back in the game at center, matched up against Shaq, of course. And with 6:45 to go in the first half, it's an 11-point game. Here is Divac, who scored 9, including a 3-point shot from outside. Driving in, spins off the rim, rebound Horry. Bryant guarded by Barry. Shaq posting up against Divac, who has 1 person.
Now there's your triangle. 2 cutters went through.
And Vlade Divac with the hook shot over Divac. And the Shaq now with 15 points. He and Chris Webber are the game scoring leaders. Webber not on the floor right now for the Kings. Delk called and a foul as the Lakers thought they got it back on a turnover, but instead a Laker foul. There is Webber on the bench. The personal is on Harper.
Dick, when Delk came off of that screen and spot up, Vlade Divac was wide open. No one was on him. He was very upset. Delk definitely missed him, but that has been there all night.
And a defensive play, a swat blocked by Horry, and a 3-on-2 break, and Kobe Bryant converts. So the Lakers convert in a hurry off of the block shot.
You said that's why we brought up the point. Kid, Sacramento continue this blistering pace for 48 minutes after they played last night. Excellent timeout right now by Rick Adelman. Regroup this second unit.
And flurry of 8 straight. Concerning Rick Adelman, 8 straight Laker points now.
Now this is just the 4th shot by Delk. He's gone down in there twice now, and he's had the ball come right back. Now once that happens, the Lakers are out on a 3-on-2. Because the one thing we also know about Sacramento, they do not take care of their defensive board, but they are porous in transition defense.
I'm a victim of child abuse. My life has been ruined because someone abused me very badly. Every day I fight to survive the flashbacks and nightmares. The effects are devastating, and for me, it's lasted my whole life. I suffer because I can't trust anyone. I want to fight back. I want people to know it's wrong to abuse children.
Four-wheeled vehicles, great and small. Now get all this at no extra charge.
Hello? Yeah, where are you? No. Excuse me, I'm working. It's the opera and I'm gonna catch a red eye tonight. Yeah. That's right. What? Ah!
Stay in touch without disturbing anyone with two-way paging and email from SkyTel for first name and advanced messaging.
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by Jeep, makers of the Jeep Grand Cherokee, Cherokee, and Wrangler. And by Paramount Pictures' Rules of Engagement, now playing in theaters.
We'd like to show you this screen and spot up. Now, right here, you're going to see the screen. Divac is going to come over here and be wide open. Now, as Del comes over the top, they follow again. They play soft here. Kobe Bryant will come in here. Well, you know what? That opens up the three-point shooting here. You have it coming and going on both sides of the floor. Now, keep an eye right there. So you can see if Delk will just take his time and understand that he's got the roll man spotting up and he's got a diagonal spot up, you can really pick them apart for the rest of the evening.
Lakers have narrowed the deficit from 15 to 7 points. In a hurry, really, with 5 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the first half. Devin George, the rookie, on Stojakovic. There is the backdoor by Stojakovic. Run perfectly. That was a textbook play, and Divac with the pass, and the basket counts with a foul.
It's beautiful. See, they set it up with a UCLA cut. They set a UCLA cut, then they throw Divac the ball. That opens up a blind side, and then Stojakovic, he loves this. He always throws the ball back to Divac, and then he pretends he's coming to the ball, backdoors his man. They cleaned it out.
Foul is on Devin George. So the lead again, 10 for the Sacramento Kings. Here is Shaq. Coming around the screen is Harper. This is the triangle with Ori and Harper and Shaquille O'Neal. And now with 6 on the clock, off the front rim is O'Neal. Getting his rebound and nearly tore the backboard down. Shaquille now with 17 points and 7 rebounds.
Now, see, that was bad, Dick. Mainly because Stojakovic was right there. He should have had that rebound, and they were gone 3-on-1.
Under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Funderburk, a good shooter down low. And Ori, his presence right there, got a piece of it. And the Lakers coming up down by 8 points. Not a big deficit, which was once 15, and the pass into George, knocked away, and it's last touched by the Kings. And now 3 of the starters coming back for the Kings: Jason Williams, Nick Anderson, and Chris Webber for Sacramento. Webber, their leading scorer, with 15. And for the Lakers, Glenn Rice, who scored 3 points before he sat down, comes back.
Yeah, I like what Rick is doing here. He's giving his regulars almost 5 minutes to come back in here now and see what they can do.
Off the screen, Kobe Bryant. Stojakovic quickly out to Jason Williams. Harper picks him up in the corner. Rice on Stojakovic.
You got to get this guy.
Weber setting the screen and way off the mark for Stojakovic. Normally a lot better marksman from there.
Well, they got a piece of that. The defender got a piece of that.
Ori with an up fake. Weber stays with him and Robert Ori. And good positioning in the offensive rebound by Harper. And the ball knocked away. And the Lakers will still maintain possession. Harper very pesky on the offensive glass.
Well, the one thing we have not seen tonight that we know that's there, Harper can post Jason Williams at will. If you run him into the triangle like they used to do in Chicago with Michael Jordan, just run him into the spot. And you could go in there and take Williams night in and night out every game.
And Kobe Bryant stuffing the miss by Shaq through. So Kobe now with 10 points in the game gets a rise out of the crowd. And the lead now for the Kings down to 6.
Yeah, 12 offensive rebounds for the Lakers in this first half. That's the reason why they are within striking distance.
And Webber turning around and hitting over Robert Horry. So Chris Webber, having a big shooting game so far, is 7 of 9 from the field, 17 points.
I know Chris Webber isn't yelling at you or I, but he's yelling at someone who is sitting behind us.
Horry missing from 3. And the long pass picked off by Horry as he knocks it to Glenn Rice. And on the other end, feeding Kobe Bryant. And now coming back on a 3-4-on-2 break. Stojakovic to Jason Williams. And it's Stojakovic getting the rebound. Great court awareness is the Yugoslav, and he hits the shot on a runner. So Stojakovic now in double figures with 11, and the Kings leading him again by 10.
Dick, he could have forced the 3. He was wide open. He shoots it at 37%. Instead, he moved in, took a 15-footer. Higher percentage shot.
Divac wrestles the ball away from Shaquille O'Neal with just about 2.5 minutes to go in the half, and Jason Williams misses a 3. And now the Lakers coming up. This is an end-to-end fast break game because of turnovers and blocked shots. And Kobe Bryant with the hoop. And it's a 59-51 Sacramento lead.
Well, the pace is just like you get in exhibition season during the first month.
It's entertaining, though.
Oh, it is. There's no doubt about it. We're seeing some outstanding shooting. But, you know, you'll see a turnover. Bam, within 3 seconds, you got a guy making a 3 on the fly. Guys taking 3, 4-on-2 instead of getting a layup.
Webber with a pretty move inside. Webber with a big 19-point first half. And remember, he's averaging 24 points in 2 games against the Lakers. There's the lob pass from Harper to Kobe.
Look out.
He couldn't convert. Here is Jason Williams to Nick Anderson. Webber, a great sequence of passing starting with Jason Williams. And Jason Williams now having a big game. He's turned it over only once with 8 assists. A lot better than he's done recently in the turnover department. And Shaq going up is fouled by Vlade Divac, and that'll be 2 on Divac. This has been a catch-your-breath first half here in Los Angeles. Coming up on the AT&T Halftime Report, Ernie Johnson and John Thompson in the studio, along with the Rockets' great rookie Steve Francis. Scores and highlights of the Eastern Conference race for number 8 and more on the Alonzo Mourning and Pat Riley saga. And that spilled over into the post-game news conference. O'Neal making good on the free throw. And coming into the game now for
the
Lakers.
Divac is having big words with Leon Wood. And he's challenging him because he said, all I did was put my arms up. Leon Wood said, you pushed off. And Divac continued to talk to him before that substitution was made and caught him again. And Leon Wood finally had to tell him to keep quiet because the next one, he's gone.
He already has 1 technical, as you pointed out. John Celestin, who has missed 51 games due to tendonitis in his left knee out of Villanova, into the game, number 11. So Phil Jackson going deep into his bench in the half.
Well, good defender.
10 on the shot clock, and the 3 missed. Nick Anderson, good hustle, getting the rebound, and a Laker foul. So Anderson, who not just relying on his perimeter shooting, which has been spotty this year, but hustling defensively and off the board there. The foul is on Celestin. 107 remaining in the first half. The Lakers giving up 39 points to the Kings, and that's the most points that LA has allowed in 1 quarter this year, and they're down by 11.
It's nice to see Nick getting to the basket, getting on the offensive glass. Coming into tonight, he only has 68 foul shot attempts in 69 games. But what is happening this week? He's attacking the rim off the dribble. He's getting on the offensive glass, and his passing has just been absolutely beautiful.
And defensively playing aggressively as well his whole game. Under a minute to go and 14 on the shot clock in the first half. The Kings lead is 12. And steal by Nick Anderson. And Anderson with a 2-on-1 lays it, misses the shot, gets the rebound, and stepped on the line for the turnover. And arguing with Bernie Fryer.
See, Bernie's call was that Nick was out of bounds. When he touched the basketball, he was still out of bounds. So you cannot step in and then take a shot.
Rick Adelman has to really like what Nick Anderson is giving him at both ends of the floor.
Well, he's fighting Kobe, and that's a very tough assignment.
Rice going around Stojakovic, and even Collin helping out doesn't prevent Rice from getting his 5th point of the game, and it is a 10-point lead for Sacramento. Under a half a minute to go in the half. Steal by Bryant. Great Celestin. Right by Jason Williams. What a play by Celestin. And he made it as if Jason Williams wasn't even there.
Big thing right now is you cannot have another turnover. You got to get the last shot here.
And they're playing for the last shot. It's an 8-point Sacramento lead, but this crowd on its feet. And Williams working against Celestin behind his back. Weber in and out, and that'll do it. And despite the fact that the Lakers are down, they have played some spectacular ball from their bench. Let's see the steal by Bryant.
Now, this is excellent anticipation by Kobe. And then the fight. Now, watch how Celestin, Williams gambles right there. Beautiful wraparound. Excellent play by Celestin. He's very quick. He's a good defender, and he has a major future in this league.
Just activated when Derek Fisher went on the injured list tonight. Let's right now send it out to Reggie Theus.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. See, Webb, big half for you guys. Coming out shooting over 60% from the field. What did you have for lunch today?
Well, no, that's been the story of our games with them. We've gotten out to big leads, but we only have 1 win out of these 3. So we're used to having a pretty good half, but hopefully we can come off and make sure we finish this half off. We just want to play well and get some wins going into the playoffs.
Can you see any adjustments that you can make to finish this game in the second half?
Yeah, and I know you can't stop Shaq. No one can stop him, but the further you push him out, the better your chances are. And we can't let him get in so close. He's getting in so deep where you really can't stop him. So we're going to try to get him off the block and offensive rebound more. We'll be okay.
That's the same thing Hubie Brown was saying. Good luck in the second half, guys. All right.
That's exactly what Hubie was saying. Can this team sustain what they started with 39 points in the first quarter? They have an 8-point lead at the half, but you know the Lakers will be coming out strong in the second half. So intermission here in Los Angeles with the Kings leading the Lakers 65-57. Between the Kings and the Lakers now in the 3 previous games, the Kings led the Lakers at the half, and they're doing so again. This by the biggest margin of 8 points, 65-57. And the Kings doing it with 59% shooting in the first half. The Lakers at 46%. But it's the Lakers who had the dominating play off the offensive boards and outscoring the Kings 14-5 in second half. Second chance points. Before we get Hubie's analysis of the first half, keep in mind that coming in, Shaquille O'Neal missing 2 games with a sprained ankle, played every minute of the first half, 24 minutes, 19.6 offensive rebounds. So apparently he's okay and ready for the playoffs. But Hubie, how do you look at the first half?
Well, you look at the points in the paint, fast break, and bench, 57-58. So it's a wash. LA staying in this with the 14 points and second shots. Sacramento ahead because of the 4 threes. Very quietly, all we're talking about is Weber, 21 points, 2 rebounds. Green and Ori, 13 points and 8 boards at halftime.
Weber with 21, O'Neal with 19. No surprise, they're the leading scorers.
Well, you can see right here. Webb got off to a monster start. He's given to it everything tonight. Back to the basket, off the dribble, fade away Jay, taking it strong to the hole. He's 9 for 12 from the field. At the other end, this guy is a monster because he is getting you down inside deep. He loves the jump hook. He loves the repost back down inside. And once he gets you pinned, it's all over. Both guys, sensational scoring. 21 for Weber, 19 for the big fella.
And as far as the overall scoring is concerned, the Lakers with 2 players in double figures. Besides Shaq, Kobe Bryant has 12 points. And for the Kings, they have 3 players in double figures after Weber's 21. Nick Anderson with 14 and Drag Stojakovic with 11. Underway in the third quarter. And a steal by Glenn Rice. Divac is back. Rice gets the bucket.
Divac did not even attempt. He has to stay in this game. He already has 2 fouls. He didn't even try for the shot block. Under normal circumstances, playoff time, you have to go for the block.
Corliss Williamson from the corner, and Nick Anderson tries to keep it alive and does. Good hustle by Anderson, and Williams gets the basket. So credit Nick Anderson there.
Yeah, see, Williamson, that's only his 2nd score in this game. He has 4 points. But we said that in the previous 3 games, he has had monster nights against Rice.
Kobe Bryant working around a screen, and Williamson coming over to help and leaving Glenn Rice open for the 3. So Williamson coming over to double, and Rice burned him. He has 10.
They've kind of somewhat like washed out one another. The thing tonight is Kobe Bryant, quietly, 12 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds, and a number of steals.
No surprise with his 6 rebounds and 5 assists during the regular season. And Anderson trying to go up, and the foul is committed. And that was Ron Harper with the personal foul, his 2nd. Reggie Theus.
Hey, Dick, at halftime, the coaching staff of the Lakers very concerned, obviously, with the Lakers. No defense in that first half, at least not challenging any shots. And they gave them 2 days off, Tuesday and Wednesday, and they were concerned that it would show up today. And by golly, it did. Guys,
second-guessing the 2-day off situation as the Kings came out with 39 points in the first quarter. That is most points the Lakers have given up in any quarter all year.
We know that Nick Anderson is an outstanding post-up player in college and with Orlando. You know that he can post up Ron Harper. But at the other end, you can run Harper into the post anytime you want against Jason Williams, and you know that you have a major plus going for you.
Lakers were down by as many as 15 in the first half, trailing by 7 right now. Harper over to Rice. Rice driving around Williamson and lays it. Glenn Rice getting hot here, and he has 7 of his 12 points already in the third quarter, and we haven't even completed 2 minutes.
Yeah, he's really in a flow. They have 3 guys who average double figures, Shaq, Bryant, and Rice.
Nick Anderson way off the mark on his 3-point attempt. Anderson already 2 for 3 in threes.
Nick's having an excellent game. That was forced. We bring out that point about Bryant, O'Neal, and Rice, 3 guys in double figures. Because in Chicago, during the first 3 championships, you had Pippen, Michael Jordan, Grant. Then you had Pippen, Michael Jordan, and then Tony Kukoc. That was it. No one else in double figures.
Harper with the basket, and it's now a 3-point game. So the Lakers closing the gap, getting off to a hot start here in the third quarter. And that was the worst scenario the Kings would have imagined. And here is Weber putting up his first shot of the quarter, and it's missed as the Kings are forcing shots early and way off the mark. Bryant challenging Weber. What a move by Kobe. And a timeout called by the Kings. It is a 1-point game, as the Lakers have outscored the Kings 11-4, and it's a 22nd timeout called by Rick Adelman.
Now, you can see the fans are with it. The Lakers are with it. They're coming out. They're playing excellent defense. You can see also that Sacramento is a half a step too slow. Kobe Bryant staying within what the offense is giving him. Definitely has not forced any shots here this evening. Now, we brought out the question in that first half. Could Sacramento continue shooting that higher percentage? No, but you were looking still for that energy. We can see now that the energy is starting to leave.
Sacramento 1 of 4 from the field. The Lakers are a perfect 5 for 5. And the Kings lead down to 1 now. Jason Williams, along with Nick Anderson, Chris Webber, Vlade Divac, and Corliss Williamson. Shaq out to meet Divac with Rice, Kobe Bryant, Harper, and A.C. Green. Green defending against Weber. 6 on the shot clock, and Divac with a fall away, and a foul is called as he hits the floor. As Divac finally getting a call going his way in his mind, and the personal is against Rice.
Yeah, what they're doing right now is Kobe Bryant is leaving his man to double team Weber.
Weber inside. Nick Anderson steps back for 3. And it comes off the hands of Shaq into Anderson. And down court is Parker. O'Neal also filling down the middle. And the turnover turns it over back to the Kings.
See, at the Sacramento end of the floor, Kobe Bryant continues to double team Weber. You say, well, why are they doing that? He's allowing Jason Williams to be open. That's absolutely right, until he starts scoring. He's now 2 for 8 from the floor, and they're gambling, and they're forcing Weber to pass out of the double teams and to find the free man.
Phil Jackson, and there's no love lost between these teams, saying that we wanted to send a message to the Kings when they won by 1 point in their last meeting on March 26th. And Rick Adelman's reply was, we did not get the message. So these teams are not playing under friendly circumstances because of the style of play, so forth. And Bryant, off the screen, hits Kobe Bryant now with 16 points. And the Lakers lead 70-69, their first lead since the opening moments.
See, Shaq and Kobe Bryant are the only 2 Lakers shooting over 44%. Horry and Green shoot 44. Everyone else is down. Most of the bench guys are in the 30s. So Kobe Bryant is having every bit as spectacular a year as any guard that we have in this league. He has stepped up. He's improved his defense. His offensive game has been great. He's not forcing as many shots. Shooting percentage up.
Jason Williams turned it over, then the Lakers did on their end as Kobe Bryant gets the ball back for the Lakers, who have outscored the Kings 10-0 and driving to the basket. And the foul is called. So Kobe Bryant, after Shaq handled things in the first half, turning it on here in the second. And the second personal foul against Jason Williams.
What you like about the Bryant game, not only are the points there, 22 a game, but the 6 rebounds and then the assists at 5, plus the steals at 2 a game. He's giving you it all defensively, and then he's drawing the #1 defensive assignment in the backcourt.
And he's doing it all with flair.
I've always believed that there's strength in numbers. That's what teamwork's all about. Like here in downtown Oakland, Antoine Jameson and kids from the neighborhood came together to make a difference.
Thank you.
Now, these guys may not have created a masterpiece.
You gotta stay within the lines.
I am.
But when people come together, the result can be beautiful. Team up to improve your community.
A little stress? Bet us online investors aren't helping your blood pressure.
Online? I'm on Wall Street, a professional.
My online broker lets me see stock quotes the same way they see them at the exchange.
You do not see them continuously, not as the market's moving.
Actually, I do. Say ah.
Ah.
That's why Daytech calls it streamer.
Streamer?
Daytech Online. The rules are changing.
Greetings, television viewers. We are in the midst of a technological revolution, a time where anything as unbelievable as it may look or sound is possible. With that said, I'm here to tell you that you can have totally free internet service. That's right, read my lips. 100% free internet service. You never have to pay. Not now, not when pigs fly away, not ever. Good day.
The NBA on TNT, brought to you by freeinternet.com. Get totally free internet access. Download freeinternet.com because the internet was meant to be free. And by Daytech Online. The rules of online trading are changing.
Sunday night on TNT, a world premiere concert event.
Celebrate the music of a legend in an all-star tribute to Joni Mitchell. Sunday at 9 p.m. Coming exclusively to TNT.
Well, it's been a combination of things. The Lakers have hit their last 8 shots from the field. The Kings have slumped 1 for 8 in field goals and 3 turnovers. And as a result of all of that, the Lakers lead by 1 and can extend their lead with Bryant on the free throw line. By the way, when you rave about these players, we have to keep in mind, Hubie, that we are on edge, waiting to hear who will win the Hubies this year, which will be coming up Monday on Turner Sports.
Well, we always have a lot of fun with that, with the awards, because we try to reward a lot of guys who are not getting pub throughout the league, and they are the guys that are doing all the work, subservient to team play, and really get it done.
Well thought of by my partner Hubie Brown. The Hubies coming up Monday night. Here is Weber against AC Green.
Ready.
Basket counts and a foul. And Chris Weber now with 23 points. And that ends an 11-0 Laker run.
Finally, they got back to getting him the ball in the low post area where he can turn and go to that baseline side. Anytime that he goes into the middle, he's being double teamed by Bryant from the other side of the floor. But when he goes away from the defense, away from the lane, he has been able to score at will here this evening.
And a chance for his third conventional three-point play situation. Robert Horry has replaced AC Green. Horry having a big first half with 7 points offensively and plus outstanding defensive play as well.
Well, they're very interchangeable, and you have to like what they're doing. Which we said early, 11 points, 11 rebounds for the season. Tonight they had 13 points and 8 boards in that first half.
Kings by 1. Shaq turnaround over Divac. And let's see, Jason Williams and Ron Harper got hooked up, and they're going to call the foul against Jason Williams, and that will be his third personal.
Hey, Ron Harper, anytime that he's down on that baseline area, can always get to the offensive glass on Jason Williams. Jason Williams has given him anywhere between 3 to 4 inches.
And the turnover on the inbound pass, and Weber in traffic loses it to Harper.
Great steal.
And Harper over to Kobe Bryant, working around. Divac gets the basket. And now the Kings will push it up, but a great hoop. Bryant now with 19 against the taller Vlade Divac. Into the low post. And Williamson going up and the foul. By the way, Harper playing a fine all-round game, and keep in mind that the former Chicago Bull has been bothered by a stomach virus that has continued to bother him. He is not 100% tonight.
He's had an excellent season for them, Dick. And when you think, a lot of people write that this is the same team that they had here a year ago. When you add Harper and Green, you added 2 starters. One from Dallas, one from Chicago. Then you pick up Brian Shaw and you bring in John Sally. You're dealing with 4 major contributors to this team who were not here a year ago.
And subsequently, Horry and Fox used to be starters, and now they're coming off the bench, as is Fisher.
Well, they picked up incredible experience because all 4 guys have over 10 years of experience in the league and plenty of playoff action.
So the missed free throws by Williamson.
Look out.
O'Neal, basket counts and a foul, and Divac picking up his third. And that is where Vlade Divac, like everyone else in the league, you might say, will have trouble. No way to stop this.
Yeah, well, see, he gambles. Now, just watch how he gambles. He thought that he had it right there. Well, once he picks it up, it's over. Because when he turns that shoulder into you, it's like your building that you're living in turning and then taking you to the hole. There's nothing you can do about it.
Shaq with his first points of this quarter, and 3 of 5 now from the free throw line. The Lakers leading by 3, 6:20 remaining in the third. Nick Anderson in traffic going strong to the hoop, and Weber is there to clean up. Chris Weber.
All of this double teaming is Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant is leaving Jason Williams. Until Jason Williams starts doing something at the offensive end, he'll be like a wild card double team guy. And he's definitely upsetting things.
Weber, by the way, with 26 points. Shaq double teamed, and Kobe Bryant picked up by Williamson with 6 on the clock, steps back, and it drops for him. So Kobe Bryant, 21. So Shaq and Kobe each with 21, and the Laker lead again is 3.
It's just nice to watch this young man play. The guy is 6'8". He's still a youngster. He's in his early 20s, and when you think about the talent level, he's just getting better and better every game out.
Weber defended by Horry with 5 on the clock. There's the double team. And they've been a hurry. Anderson to Divac, who missed the 3. And the Lakers trying to to open up their biggest lead of this game.
In the first half, everything was going right. The threes were opening up. They were getting good looks at the basket. Now the Lakers are working. They're challenging, and that's what the coaching staff emphasized at half.
Three-point basket by Glenn Rice, and the Lakers now lead by 6. Their biggest lead of the game, and what a comeback. At one point, the Kings were up by 15, and the Lakers shooting 91% so far in the third quarter. And Weber throws the air ball, and the Kings self-destructing right now, trailing by 6. But the Lakers, scoring from the field, are 11 of 12 from the field as Glenn Rice hits another 3. So Rice now with his third 3 of the game has 18 points and a timeout, and now the Lakers really look like favorites for a world title.
They look great in this period of time because of the defense, and then also they're getting the ball up the floor quickly. Sacramento is getting caught in a lot of mismatches, and then the perimeter game is there. And when their perimeter game is going, they become a monster team because of the big fella in the painted area.
Prepare for the greatest Gotham adventure yet.
So many people to kill, so little time.
Tonight's forecast, a breeze is coming. Arnold Schwarzenegger, George Clooney, Batman and Robin. Tomorrow at 10:30 on TNT.
The world is changing. Power is no longer in the hands of the old guard. And the new brings passion, exhilaration, and vision. And for those who are prepared to run with it, the new Lincoln LS. Motor Trend Car of the Year. Wood, leather, adrenaline. The new Lincoln LS.
To build the new LeSabre, we didn't just look to research numbers or test scores. We also took a good look at your family. Introducing the all-new 2000 LeSabre, re-engineered with more safety features than any other car in its class. The new 2000 LeSabre by Buick.
Do you owe the IRS?
When I received a bill from the IRS, I was really upset. I wasn't about to negotiate by myself, so I hired Ronnie Deutsch, and they settled for pennies on the dollar. I'd recommend Ronnie Deutsch to anyone.
Without Ronnie Deutsch, I don't know where I would be today.
Call now for your free tax liability assessment. We'll reduce your tax liability, or we'll give you $250.
Call 800-239-0603. That's 800-239-0603.
Now remember, at the half, the Lakers had 0 3-point shots. Here's the basketball. Rice is here. Rice is running for the 3. Now, Jason Williams is guarding this guy right here. Well, unfortunately, there's no one back to pick up Rice. And that's what I'm talking about. The Lakers are running the ball back quicker at them. And then on this, it's up and in. Rice is 3 for 3 in threes this quarter.
The Lakers outscoring the Kings 26-9. 22 of those points coming off the hand of Glenn Rice, who has 13, and Kobe Bryant 9. They are perfect 9 for 9 shooting between them, and Rick Adelman going to his bench. Scott Pollard replacing Divac at center. And into the game as well is Peja Stojakovic. 4:40 remaining, and there you see that incredible 11 for 12 shooting by the Lakers here in the third. Williams working around Bryant, goes out to Nick Anderson, firing up a 3 and hitting. Nick Anderson now with his third 3 has 19 points.
Now that's the first time that we've seen them settle down, beat you off the dribble on the baseline, which we say Jason Williams loves to do. The Lakers send you to the baseline, but now it's up to you to find those 3-point shooters with that diagonal pass.
Pollard on Shaq. They haven't double-teamed yet on the big man. And they won't, and Shaq will beat Pollard. 23 for Shaquille O'Neal.
Shaq beats everyone. And Pollard and Divac have done, a fairly decent job trying to stay between he and the basket. The double team has been late all night long, if that was part of their game plan.
Anderson with the catch and drive to the hoop is fouled. But it's good to see Nick Anderson. If you're looking for a postseason and the Kings could be 7 or 8, right now they're in the 7th slot. To see Nick Anderson, who has struggled from the field and from threes, coming over from Orlando in a trade, really putting the whole game together the last 3 and 4.
Well, you know, we're dealing with a guy who's averaged 15 points a game or more throughout his entire career. This year he's shooting 39 from the field, 32 in threes, and only 47 on the line. But I would say in this last week, Dick, he has made a major step to get back into the swing of things.
Upcoming games on Turner, TBS NBA Monday, the Pacers against the 76ers. Tuesday on TNT, the Raptors against the Heat, followed by the Sonics and the Kings, which could decide the 7th slot in the West. Coverage begins at 8 p.m. Eastern. Here is Shaq, good position against Howard, but it rolls off the rim.
See, when they reverse the ball like that and they bring Shaq into the triangle on the move, that's a tough cover.
7-point game, and Weber on the miss, and the Lakers coming back with 3:15 to go, and Harper driving in and getting the layup. Ron Harper now with 6 points, but doing so much more than just the box score will show. He has 9 assists tonight. And there is Anderson missing the 3, and the long rebound. Glenn Rice into the hands of Harper. Kobe Bryant opens for 3, and he's got it. Kobe now with 24 points, hitting his first 3 of the game. And a timeout called by Rick Adelman as the Lakers, looking to make it 3 out of 4 against the Sacramento Kings, have opened up a 12-point lead with under 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd.
Now this is their 4th 3 of the quarter, and it's just nice because they're not forcing anything. Rice and Kobe Bryant are taking the perimeter game in the flow. Harper excellent off the dribble, and then the big fella, they have 4 guys guarding him at all times.
Look at that. Staples has overnight delivery.
Oh, let me see.
Wow, you're right.
Hey, look. Guaranteed low prices. Slow down. Staples delivers.
And you can order online.
This traffic's terrible.
Yep. Like this every single day.
That's really weird.
Need office products delivered overnight? Yeah, we've got that. Call 1-800-STAPLES.
There's a lot more to working at AutoZone than looking up parts or ringing up sales. And it has to do with taking pride in taking care of customers. Like testing an old part before selling a new one. Or simply having what they need when they need it. In other words, it's about taking care of people who take care of cars. And that's what we do best at AutoZone.
Daddy.
Is that beautiful?
You're so handsome.
He is beautiful.
Who should we send it to first?
Oh, Michael and Claire.
800 megahertz computer.
Oh.
They're gonna love him.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah.
We have an email from Amy and Roger. I bet it's a picture of their baby.
MSN
All
Internet
right.
access.
What a cute little baby, don't you think? Michael.
And a digital camera for exceptionally vivid images.
Turn on the fun, Best Buy.
Ernie Johnson in Atlanta. The Minnesota Timberwolves, number 6 in the Western Conference, still have a shot at the number 5 spot. Real struggle on their hands against Vancouver tonight. Joe Smith with the overtime jumper ties the game just moments ago at 88. Still 32 seconds left. Vancouver with the ball in OT. Game tied at 88. We'll keep you up to speed on that game. Back to Dick and Hubie and Reg at Staples.
And there you see Minnesota in the 6th position right now, and with a chance to catch San Antonio for 5, but a loss to Vancouver, and they're only tied right now at 88 would be really tough for them. Travis Knight has come into the game for the Lakers, and what's significant is that's the first rest tonight for Shaquille O'Neal, coming back after missing 2 games with a sprained left ankle.
Well, you know, throughout his career, Dick, he never averaged more than 38 minutes in any season. This year, right at 40 minutes a game, the 6th highest in the league. And once, you know, you give him an extra 2 to 3 or 4 minutes a night that he's ever had throughout his career, naturally the scoring's going to be up, the rebounding's up, the shot blocking is up.
90-78, and Shaq is up. Weber trying to get the Kings back into it and gets the basket. It's a 10-point lead. Weber now with 28 points. 7 here in the third quarter with under 2 minutes to play in the third.
Yeah, the bench squad right now has got to give them better defense than they've had in the second half. And then C-Webb and Stojakovic has got to get on the roll.
Rice with the turnaround, and I like the slang. C-Webb, you're with it, QB, and I love to see that you're with it now.
All I know is that Rice and Bryant are definitely with it.
Tony Delk into the lineup for the Kings as well. Stojakovic working against Rice with plenty of time on the shot clock, and a bad pass as Weber trying to get into Pollard, and the Kings turn it over.
The defense is just 100% improved by the Los Angeles Lakers from the first half to the second half. We're seeing great pressure on the ball, and anytime Sacramento takes a shot, contested.
And from last year to this year, which is the big reason why they are having such a big year, as you pointed out at the very top. The lob to Bryant. Can't save it, and here is a 3-on-2 dealt to John Barry, feeding Pollard with the basket. And the Kings, in a rare second-half fast break for them, have come within 10 now.
The Lakers, coaching staff, you're sitting here right now, you love the turnaround, but you do not want a lull here now. Just try to execute high-percentage shots in this last minute of play.
8 on the shot clock, and Robert Horry, picked up by Stojakovic, got a hand on it, and they're going to jump it up. Stojakovic and Horry will jump.
On this game tonight, we have Jimmy Clark as the lead ref, and then you have Bernie Fryer and Leon Wood, 2 ex-players who played in the league for quite a while. Bernie played with Portland, and Leon Wood came into the league with the Philadelphia 76ers, and it's just nice to see ex-players getting an opportunity to stay with the game.
Leon Wood playing on the 1984 Olympic team for the United States. Kobe Bryant missing the shot, batted out by Knight. Speaking of Knight, Bobby Knight was the coach of that team.
That's correct, and there was this young guy out of North Carolina who wasn't bad. He and Chris Mullen, they had a cast. Six Perkins, well, what a group that was.
Great group. Here is Tony Delk with a runner, and he hits. Tony Delk getting his second basket, and here is Ron Harper going back to Rice. He's been hot from 3, but not that time. And they're going to call Pollard for the loose ball foul. Knight on Pollard. They call it on Travis Knight.
I see right now you have plenty of time. You're Sacramento. You're shooting what you want to do. You're only down 8. You have a chance to get it down to 6 here right now. And then just put on some good, tough defense. Just hold the Lakers to 1 shot attempt and hope that they miss. You got a chance here now to close the gap.
Lakers in the second quarter were down by 15, and then the Kings fizzled, couldn't keep it up. The Lakers stormed back, led by 12 with a huge third quarter here, but now the Kings starting to make a run. Rick Fox will come back in the game, replacing Knight. So it's a small team out there for the Lakers.
Well, they're going with their quickness, looking for the 3 off of the drive. Now, Pollard has really had a terrific year. This is an energy guy. And, you have to have somebody to back up Divac. And when Divac was out, Pollard stepped in, played terrific. In 17 minutes, gives you 5 points, 5 rebounds, does an excellent job. But you cannot make up for the guy's hustle. He's not afraid of body contact.
The lead is 6 for the Lakers as we play for the last shot of the third quarter. It's been a big quarter for Los Angeles, and Barry fouling from behind.
Yeah, the foul again.
First in the last 2 minutes. 5.7 on the clock now, and Harper will inbound.
Plenty of time here now. You can run your stuff and also off the dribble. No problem at all.
Kobe Bryant with a fake and a shot and a basket. Kobe Bryant was on his way down when he let go of that shot. And Bryant now with 26 points. 0.8 of a second to go. The heave by Barry, and it was off the rim. John Barry in just a casual heave down court, but Kobe Bryant with 14 of his 26 points here in the third quarter, leading the way along with Glenn Rice. So it's been Rice, Kobe, and Shaq. What else is new? And after 3 here at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, the Lakers leading the Kings 94-86.
I tell you, professional trading's not what it used to be.
We've only been at it for a year.
Yeah, the year of the internet. Just my luck.
Everyone and their mother is trading online.
First it was after the market's closed, then before it's open. Now there's one open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. What's gonna happen to guys like me?
Thought about getting a website?
Daytech Online. The rules are changing.
Welcome to the Foot Locker House of Hoops. Today we're going to install a fire prevention system. Hey, Alan, how's it coming?
All fire systems go, Norm.
Well, let's give it a test, shall we?
Cool.
Boy, Alan sure is hot. Just like this Nike Air Diversity Up Tempo, which you can only get at Foot Locker. Well, that's all for the House of Hoops.
The roof is on fire!
Philips CD recorder. Burn your own CDs.
The world is changing. Power is no longer in the hands of the old guard, and the new brings passion, exhilaration, and vision. And for those who are prepared to run with it, the new Lincoln LS, Motor Trend Car of the Year. Wood, leather, adrenaline. The new Lincoln LS.
So, they'll get off the bus, pick out the car they want, be on their way in seconds.
We'll call it Fast Break, our fastest way to rent a car.
Can we get people from the airport to their car quicker?
We can if we give everyone jet propulsion packs.
I like the fast break idea.
That's a great idea. I like that one. Okay, let's go with that one. Wow.
Right now, let's take a look at tonight's budget rent-a-car fast break. And the Lakers outscoring Sacramento 2-1 on fast break points, passing the ball better, and of course dominating the offensive board.
Well, when you look at it, the 24 fast break points, 15 came in the third quarter. Badly missed shots by Sacramento, and then also turnovers had the Lakers out in the open court. Then you add the 4 threes.
Here's Shaquille O'Neal getting the basket and the foul and beating Pollard to the punch as the Lakers coming out with Kobe Bryant and Bryant Shaw back in the game at guard, and O'Neal, Fox, and Horry up front.
There's nothing you can do when he posts up that deep. Everyone says front him. Well, you can front him, but then the guy playing the passer must get up and jam the passer and turn the shoulder. I mean, right now, they're laying off the passer, and the defender on Shaq is at his mercy.
26 points and 11 rebounds for Shaquille O'Neal, the first player in NBA history to be honored as Player of the Month 3 times in one season. Stojakovic missing the 3. Delk blocked by Horry. Delk still going inside and getting the basket finally, and Shaw had lost the ball underneath.
Now, Delk was determined that time. I'm really happy to see that he's healthy again, because before his injury, he was on fire playing his best ball of the year for Sacramento. And he can help them because he can really shoot it.
9-point lead for the Lakers. Again, Shaq. The double team coming in late, and Shaq gets the basket. 28 points for Shaquille O'Neal, and coming in as the leading scorer in the NBA by 1 point over Allen Iverson. 29.5 to 28.5 for Iverson.
Well, there's a big difference in the shot attempts also, per game.
Weber going in, and the foul is called. And it was on Robert Horry. Weber trying to keep the Kings in the game. He scored 21 points in the first half, now has 28. And that was before the shot attempt. And Weber throws it away, looking for Stojakovic to cut, and he didn't. And now the Kings foul at the other end. They're unraveling a bit here in the early moments of the fourth.
Well, you brought out a great point in the first quarter, Dick, and that was they scored 130 last night at home. They came down here, they traveled. We know that NBA teams should be conditioned, should be able to play back-to-back. Lakers were off for the week. They had 2 days off, Monday and Tuesday, came back into practice. You can see they are fresher, much fresher at this time in this ballgame.
And it all started in the second half of the game, and Shaq scoring, and Will now has 30.
Well, he leads the league in field goal percentage at 57%. The jump hook is great. He has that beautiful touch on his jumper now. And then he gets to the foul line 10 times a night. So he's a handful.
Stojakovic is fouled by Rick Fox. And Shaquille O'Neal, who has come back after missing 2 games with a sprained ankle. Consider that after the All-Star break, the Lakers at 28-2, their only losses last Saturday to San Antonio without Shaq, and of course an earlier road loss against the Washington Wizards. 101-90, the Laker lead is 11.
Rick Adelman went to this group not just so much for the scoring. He honestly thought that they would be able to play better defense than he was getting with Divac and Williamson out there. But unfortunately, the Lakers are at a high caliber of play in the second half, feeding off the defense.
When we come back, Shaq will be at the free throw line.
Hey, that's my Bud Light.
Great taste that won't fill you up and never lets you down.
Come on, I'll split it with you.
I'll take $10 on Office Boy.
Make it a Bud Light.
Hi, I'm Tom Jordan. This month, Inside DirecTV takes you undercover on the set of television's most original new crime family drama, Cover Me. It's part of our special Inside Look at USA Network. Plus, we have previews, how-tos, and program package information you can't afford to miss. Inside DirecTV, your information destination on Channel 250.
Hello, I'm Daphne Brogdon.
And I'm Gary Valentine.
We're your hosts on an exciting new show for movie lovers, Movie Showcase on DirecTV.
Each week, we'll show you the hottest new movies and original series on premium movie services, HBO, Starz, and Showtime.
And check out the newest releases on Direct Ticket pay-per-view.
Plus, movie trivia and more. There's a new show starting every Monday on Channel 100 and 500.
So join us on Movie Showcase on DirecTV.
With the Lakers leading the Kings 101-90 early in the fourth quarter, a chance to look ahead. Of course, the playoffs are starting, Hubie, and the Lakers are 9 games better than the next best team in the NBA. Is there anyone, or can you imagine a scenario where the Lakers might get some pressure in the playoffs?
Well, everyone feels that if Portland is healthy, if Sabonis is ready to go, Brian Grant can get back to where he was a year ago, 12 points, 10 rebounds, and then Detlef Schrempf can recover from his injury right now. Portland is a definite threat. They're 2-2 with them on the year. San Antonio has a major problem here right now with Tim Duncan, because if he has a problem with a cartilage, we realize that, hey, what's going to happen with this guy if he cannot go at 100%? What could happen in the first round when Phoenix plays San Antonio? And Phoenix is even without Gugliotta and Jason Kidd, but they are still playing great basketball, and Scott Skiles has done an excellent job.
You mentioned Portland. Of course, we were at the game up in the Pacific Northwest when both teams were 45-11. The Lakers won at Portland by 3 on the last day of February. Since that time, the Lakers have gone 19-2, and the Trailblazers 12-10.
No doubt about it. They've fallen apart, but injuries have been a major problem in Portland. That's why I say, can they get healthy? That's going to be the big point.
Shaquille O'Neal with 32 points, 6 of 8 from the free throw line, and the spin move by Weber. He has 30 points tonight, and he got off to a great start, but the Kings trail by 11. But there's a lot of time remaining, and the ball knocked away by Pollard. 11 on the shot clock. And now the double team on Shaq, and Weber steals it away, so the double worked that time.
4 on 3.
Barry leaves it for Stojakovic. And Stojakovic,
well, he couldn't make up his mind, Dick.
Steps on the line again.
Yeah, he couldn't make up his mind. Should I take the 3?
It was open.
That's right, and he just got befuddled right there, and it's too bad because they had a wide open 4 on 3, and it would have been nice to see him take the 3 because he has been hot tonight, and he shoots it at such a high percentage.
He's taken it when he's been covered better in the past. Fox working against Stojakovic, and it's taken away by Peja, and there's Barry ahead of the field, going behind to Delk, blocked by Ori, and the shot's going up, and Delk still working his way in, and finally a foul is called.
Ori gets an ankle here.
And Ori's shaken up. Now don't forget, and Kobe Bryant is also limping, so Bryant and Ori, there is Kobe. Coming up a bit lame, Ori picking up his 4th foul.
This is just the way it's going in the second half. You know, you have advantages right now, and you can see that John Barry is not shooting the basketball. He has that pinched nerve problem in his neck, and it deadens the arm, and he's having trouble shooting the basketball. Now, we're dealing with a guy who's 6th in the league in three-point shooting. That's why we said at the top of the show that 2 key guys on this bench are Barry and Stojakovic, because when they're playing well, they end the game with the frontline people. So Rick has really got a problem here because he's got to get Barry back in shape. He missed 19 games.
John Celestin coming into the game for Kobe Bryant. So Celestin and Brian Shaw the backcourt. Ori remains in the game for the Lakers. It is a 10-point lead for Los Angeles. Here is Shaq, guarded by Divac back in the game, and he is held by Vlade on the spin move. And Shaq will go to the line. So Divac picking up his 4th.
Well, see, Vlade loves to gamble by trying to steal your dribble. Once he puts his weight forward and goes and lunges, if you use a drop step, you catch him. And Shaq catches him with his left shoulder every time. So when he turns the corner, it's over. So Divac fouled him before he went for the dunk.
Shaquille O'Neal, who had 20 rebounds against the Kings March the 12th in their second meeting of the year, is now 7 of 9 from the line. So he is having a fine free throw line and free throw game. And Shaq now with 61 double-doubles, passing Tim Duncan by 1.
See, Shaq before the All-Star game shot 47 on the line. He's now 53 for the year. So since that time, he's right up around 59-60. That is the best that he has ever done since he's been in the NBA. Training period.
Divac spinning his way in, fouled by Shaquille O'Neal. And Divac will go to the line. A 12-point lead for the Lakers, and Shaq with 34 points, matching his uniform number.
See, earlier we brought out the point that they added Ron Harper here, A.C. Green, Brian Shaw. When you add 3 guys all the same size, 6'6", 6'7", they can play 3 positions for you. It brings the defense back to the defense that they used in Chicago. They can switch on ball crosses. They have guys who love to play defense first that fit within the triangle. And you can see it's a different type of a ball club than a year ago because the defense stays there night in and night out.
Divac with the rebound as Weber scoring the last basket, and a good defensive play by Rick Fox as he wrestles the ball away, and it's out of bounds off of Fox, and Ori going over to Leon Wood, and now Jimmy Clark has affirmed or changed the call, and it's going to be the Kings ball. Actually, he did back up Leon Wood, so the Kings will have it. It was last touched by Rick Fox. Under 8 minutes to go here in the fourth. The hook shot by Divac, well off the mark. 105-95, a 10-point game, and the pass to Shaq from Ori goes out of bounds. Well, the Lakers leading by 10 points. All 11 of their points here in this fourth quarter scored by Shaquille O'Neal. Weber with a sweeping hook shot. And the Lakers taking their time.
They're up 10. Sacramento now has had 3 straight chances, Dick, to get this thing back down under 10. And all you're looking for right now is, come on, you got 7 minutes to go. There's plenty of time. You just need a little surge, get better shots.
Plus the 2 free throw misses by Vlade Divac did not help Sacramento's cause. And Shaq will go to the line. Divac off to a big start in this game, had 9 points, including a 3 in the first quarter, has not scored since as he picks up his 5th personal foul.
Let's go back to Tuesday night when they played San Antonio at home. Started exactly the same way, had between 10 and 12 in that first quarter, and then died out over the next 3 quarters. He kind of gets like lost out on the floor, not getting high percentage shots, and then he somewhat drifts. And we have a lot of guys that if you're not going to them, and they lose interest in the game from the offensive floor and will just drift around.
Shaq misses both free throws and a loose ball foul. And that'll be against Rick Fox with 7 minutes, 14 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. A timeout coming up. It is a 10-point game, and with all the threes that the Kings can fire away, still very much in this game. We'll be right back.
No down payment. Low financing on Honda Valkyries and Goldwings. Low payments on Valkyrie, Shadows, and Magnas with the Honda card. It's the road to savings. Incredible deals on some incredible Hondas. So hurry to your Honda dealer during the road to savings.
A little stress? Bet us online investors aren't helping your blood pressure.
Online? I'm on Wall Street, a professional.
My online broker lets me see stock quotes the same way they see them at the exchange.
You do not see them continuously, not as the market's moving.
Actually, I do. Say ah.
Ah.
That's why Daytech calls it Streamer.
Very well.
Daytech Online. The rules are changing.
Teresa Weatherspoon at the buzzer, a 3.
TNT invites you to celebrate the music of a legend in an all-star concert featuring Elton John, Katie Lang, Winona, James Taylor, Joni Mitchell, and many more. TNT's all-star tribute to Joni Mitchell, Sunday at 9 p.m. only on TNT.
All right, guys, I'm over here with Gary Shanley. You see him at the Laker games quite often. Good big turnaround here from the first half to the second half.
Yeah, and it seemed to happen in a second right after the opening of the second half. But I'm just glad, Reggie, to be on television right now. I mean, there's nothing more than coming to a game and still getting a quick minute on TV. You know, I need that fix every few weeks.
I saw your last movie.
I appreciate that, whatever that means. But I think this is really the most intense game I've seen this season. It feels like a playoff game, and it's really exciting. I'm having a great time, and I don't think we need to shoot any more of the game. I think we should just stay right here and not missing anything, really.
Well, those of you who know me, I feel the same way, so we'll just throw it back to the table now, you guys.
I can't get enough of Gary Shandling on television, to tell you the truth, or the movies. 105-95, and the Weber missing the first free throw. 1 out of 2. And it's a 9-point game and plenty of time remaining. Divac's on the bench now with his 5.
Now they can make a push here right now, because in the last 3 minutes the Lakers have been somewhat stymied. Sacramento getting good opportunities.
Double team on Shaquille O'Neal, and Barry coming out 4 on 3 right now. And there is Tony Delk working against the taller Ori, and Delk hits the basket, and it's a 7-point game. 105-98 with Delk, Barry, Stojakovic into the game with Tyrone Corbin making his first appearance, and Chris Webber.
Yeah, he's gone small. Weber's on Shaq. That's a tremendous mismatch, no doubt about it.
And Shaq taking advantage of it. The triumvirate of Shaq, Rice, and Kobe Bryant have scored 82 of the 107 points by the Lakers. Stojakovic in and out on the three-point attempt. Celestin pushing the ball, and it goes through. No offensive interference. Shaq interfered with it over the cylinder, and it'll go over to the Kings.
Good call. Excellent call. Big thing right now for Sacramento, you come down and you get this, you're only going to be 7 down. Just watch to the center of your screen right there. The ball was still over the cylinder and had an opportunity to go in.
Here is Tyrone Corbin off the front rim. Corbin, a valuable reserve, but seeing his first action here in the fourth quarter with just about 6 minutes remaining. Here is Shaq. Rolls off. Webber with the outlet to Delk, and once again, the Kings trying to get numbers. Stojakovic hitting. That's a 2-point basket. 15 for Peja Stojakovic. It's a 7-point game once more.
You know you have the advantage right now. Get into the triangle. Get the ball into Shaq. There's nothing Webber can do. All he can do is help out.
No double team. The double team came late. Shaq gets the basket and the foul, and so if your double team comes late, you've got no chance. And the basket by O'Neal, he's got 38.
Yeah, just take advantage of this mismatch. No way Chris can play him. And you can see Barry was late coming from the corner.
So Shaq on the line, and a chance again to give the Lakers a 10-point lead. 38 points, 12 rebounds. O'Neal misses the free throw, so it is a 9-point game with under 5.5 to go here in the fourth.
You got to work through Chris Webber. Whether he takes it off the dribble or he posts, you know somewhat of a double team is going to come. Just spot up and do not allow the Lakers one man to be able to play 2 offensive players.
Webber over Shaq. And a loose ball foul called against the Lakers. And that'll be against Kobe Bryant. That is just his first personal foul. Bryant, who left the game, there was a collision inside when Ori and Bryant came up flexing their respective knees, but both in the lineup and both apparently all right. Here's Corbin on the free throw line. He scored 10 points against Golden State last night and will be valuable in the playoffs as a veteran, coming in as a backup small forward.
Well, the guy's been in the league over 15 years, and he's been with so many teams. He's been in the Western Conference Finals on 3 occasions. You know, he really is a major contributor, and Rick Adelman just loves him. Unfortunately, they have so many guys at that position, he just cannot give him enough time.
7-point lead for the Lakers with 5 minutes to go. The line pass inside, and it didn't work to Kobe, and now the Kings coming back and narrow the gap again.
Get one here.
They were down by as many as 13. Here is Corbin, and it'll still be Kings ball as Rice knocks the rebound out of bounds.
Now coming with Nick Anderson, you've just added another 3-point shooter. So they have 4 guys out there that can shoot the 3. And now you have to work on Webber. Webber has got to take advantage of Shaq off the dribble or create the double team.
Anderson has 3 threes tonight. Webber in and out. The rebound by Corbin inside. Knocked out of bounds, and his last touch by the Kings. And it'll go over to the Lakers on a big call.
Yeah.
With 4:35 to go, and LA up by 7.
Lakers get a break there. Corbin was definitely fouled on that rebound. That's how the ball got away from him, out of bounds.
Ori over Corbin, and doesn't go. Webber with a one-handed rebound, pushing it up for the Kings. Stojakovic off the glass, and the lead is down to 5, 109 to 104, and the Kings have silenced the Staples Center crowd, making a run here in the closing minutes.
Got to give Rick Alleman a lot of credit. He went small. He went to his defensive guys, and they've really given him a great run.
Shaq with the lay-in, and no way to stop that. 40 points for Shaquille O'Neal, and it is 111 to 104. Shaquille O'Neal has scored all 17 Laker points here in this fourth quarter. And a loose ball foul again on the Lakers as Tony Delk missing the perimeter shot. And Shaq with 17 points this quarter. The rest of the team has been blanked as Glenn Rice picking up his third. And Stojakovic on the free throw line again can cut the deficit to 5.
They're never out of a game because of their three-point attempts. They also have some key guys out there right now who are excellent three-point shooters. But Webber has got to create the double team to open that part of the game up.
What was that?
A Butterfinger, Grandpa.
Well, stop it.
Okay.
I said stop it!
I did.
Oh, darn osteoporosis.
Crispity, peanut buttery taste. Bite my Butterfinger.
You guys go ahead. I'll make the call.
No! Oh, come on, brother. Don't down zero. Wrong collect with 1-800-CALL-ATT.
What was that?
Brother, you better save yourself. You can save big bucks with 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls. It's the same low rate every minute, everywhere. Now, come on, down the center.
Help me, please!
1-800-CALL-ATT. Dial 1-800-CALL-ATT for collect calls.
That was close.
I'll go in the woods.
Until now, there has been a wall between you and the tools of serious trading. That wall is coming down. The information and technology professionals use to trade is now available to everyone. Daytech Online. The rules are changing.
Crispity, peanut buttery taste. Bite my Butterfinger. All gone, homie.
Oh, can I at least smell your breath?
Catches the big fellow now on his way to 40 points. He gives you the baseline hook, the hook in the paint. It just makes it look so easy. Shoots it at 57. Now when he posts up so deep, there is nothing you can do about it. That's why we say he shoots that 57%. He takes high percentage shots, and he gets it done.
There you see where he ranks in the league, and it will be a stunning upset if Shaquille O'Neal is not named the most valuable player of the NBA after the season tonight with 40 points, going over that mark for the 7th time this year. Here is Stojakovic with one free throw, and he makes it. It's 111 to 106, 3:43 to go, and Paget with 20 points off the bench tonight for Sacramento.
It's going to be interesting now to see if Sacramento changed their coverage on Shaq in the post to give Webber some help here.
Behind the back pass, behind Shaw, picked off, and the Lakers getting sloppy. The last 2 times down, and Anderson goes up and a foul. And they're going to count the basket. Goaltending called. And Nick Anderson with 22 points. So between Stojakovic and Anderson, 42 points tonight.
Yeah, this is just a strong move by Nick. And as it goes up and hits, they hit the ball as it came off the rim, from below the rim.
3-point game. The Lakers down to 3 with 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here in regulation. Glenn Rice with a fake on Stojakovic, in and out. Shaq offensive rebound, and he's fouled, and there's no choice that time by Chris Webber.
Now you had to do that, force him to make the foul shots. And you really liked what the coaching staff did at Sacramento. They gambled big by going small and saying, you know what, we'll live with Webber playing the Shaq man, but on the other 4 guys, we're going to get good defense, we're going to cause turnovers and get out in the open floor, and it's happened.
Coming up on Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai, Ernie Johnson, along with John Thompson in the studio. More on the Pat Riley, Alonzo Mourning controversy and the race for the 8th spot in the East. A big night for Orlando with Milwaukee losing. Shaq, one free throw. It's 112-108, a 4-point game. By the way, neither team has a foul to give, both over the limit. Delt working against Ron Harper with 12 on the clock. Anderson trying to keep it alive, and he can.
That was a good shot opportunity for Delt. You know, he's been shooting great since the All-Star game. He got an excellent look, and that was a 12 to 15 footer.
Looking for Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant. Now Shaq setting a screen with 7 on the shot clock. Kobe trying to knife his way in, and the bump made will send Kobe Bryant to the free throw line, and the foul against Nick Anderson.
Yeah, that was a tough foul, mainly because you had Kobe out on the perimeter, no place to go, 5 seconds on the shot clock. What you were hoping for is a forced jump shot. Now you put a guy on the line who is a career 82-83% foul shooter.
Bryant is 1 for 2 from the line. Jason Williams, the starting point guard for the Kings, has been on the bench the last 12 minutes of this game. Williams tonight has scored only 4 points and picking up 3 personal fouls, so it has not been his night tonight. Kobe Bryant makes them both. It's 114-108, 6-point lead.
See, once again, Kobe Bryant does an excellent defensive job on another clever point guard. Corbin was wide open on that curl.
2:15 remaining in the 4th quarter, and Tony Delt trying to put the fake on Harper, driving in, and it doesn't go. Comes off the rim, and Shaq gets it. So 14 rebounds tonight for Shaquille O'Neal as we wind down to 2 minutes left in the 4th.
That was a strong move by Delt. He got a high percentage shot. They just have not been able to drop for Tony here in the last 2 attempts.
Bryant over Corbin, and it drops for him. Kobe Bryant now with 30 points. So Shaq with 41, Kobe with 30, Glenn Rice with 20. The big 3 going wild tonight. And a timeout called by the Kings as the Lakers have opened up an 8-point lead with 1:51 to go.
Now this is a high percentage shot, but Kobe gets the friendly bounce. At the other end of the floor, Tony Delt on his last 2 open shots just has not been able to get the ball to fall. Just fell off.
Die! Die! Die!
U-571, rated PG-13, starts Friday, April 21st at theaters everywhere.
I'm Gary Knoll. Are you tired of being tired? Sick of being sickly? You need green power. I'll bet your grandmother told you to eat your fruits and vegetables. Plant foods give you phytochemicals and antioxidants and enzymes that promote health and energy and vitality. Green Power is full of dark green vegetables rich in chlorophyll and grains and fruits, and is full of antioxidants and enzymes, and sea vegetables rich in minerals. There's also kale and barley grass and wheatgrass and cabbage and oatgrass and watermelon and cranberry and parsley and so much more. It's a juicer in a jar. No cleanup, no refrigeration, no shopping, and no excuses. Green Power, because your future health is in your hands.
Call toll-free 1-800-441-7318 to order Green Power. Call 1-800-441-7318 now to find out how you can get a full month supply of Green Power absolutely free. Call 1-800-441-7318.
Lakers leading by 8. The Kings with only 1 timeout remaining. Neither team has a foul to give. As Corbin, along with the Delk, Nick Anderson, Chris Webber, and Peja Stojakovic, the Lakers will have Harper, Bryant, Rice, along with Ori and Shaquille O'Neal. Look at the big 3 tonight. Shaq, 41, Kobe Bryant, 28, Glenn Rice, 20, and the rest of the team, 27.
Everyone knows their job. But right now, they are still not out of the woods.
Tony Delt, who sat and waited for his opportunity on the court in the latter stages of this game. Webber facing the basket, working against Shaq. Basket, yes, and a foul. Webber with a sensational move against the big guy.
Since Shaq has been playing Weber, you realize that's the first time that they put him down on the box in that little 8-foot off the lane to turn and face and to take him. Now, this is a miraculous shot, okay? We realize that you can't make that night in and night out. But they did get the 3, and they got Shaq to foul him.
That's the 4th time that Weber has gotten the 3-point play. 4 fouls on Shaq. It's a 5-point game. By the way, Chris Weber, 36 points tonight with a minute and a half to go. Lakers using clock here. Kobe Bryant now trying to post up. 7 on the shot clock for LA. Bryant steps back, fires a 3, and Stojakovic clears, so the Kings remain alive.
Big possession here now. The main thing, Sacramento, stay with them. Work off the C-Web. Maybe something will open.
Stojakovic firing a 3, and Shaq going up high to get the rebound with a minute remaining now in the 4th quarter. The Lakers with the ball and a 5-point lead.
When you're as good a shooter as Stojakovic is, you got to look at that and say, you know what? That's his shot. You can't get upset about it because you got an excellent play.
Shaq going up and called for the offensive foul, so that's 5 on Shaquille O'Neal. 5 on Shaq with 48.1 left in the 4th.
Now you got to go at him. See, now right now, they'll just keep a move. Watch here now. The Shaq goes right into the chest. Excellent ball. You got to go to C-Web here now and force Shaq because he's got 5. You have to understand that.
Weber working against Shaq with the jump shot off the front rim, and it's batted in the air, out of bounds, and it's last touched by the Kings. So Weber not challenging, settling for the jumper. It didn't go, and the Lakers get the ball back.
As you and I both know, you would have had 40-something seconds to go. You take Shaq off the dribble, you go to the basket. What are the odds that he's going to go for a shot block? Because he already has 5. Now the percentages are in your favor. By settling for a jump shot, you're playing right into the Lakers' hands and into the fact that you're not challenging Shaq.
Meanwhile, a technical foul has been called on Robert Horry. That's the last thing that Phil Jackson wants at this point, with a stoppage of the clock for the Kings to get a free point here, and now it is a 4-point game. So the Kings loom over this game. They do not go away. 34.8 on the clock. Glenn Rice fouled, and that'll be a shooting situation, and the Kings have no choice but to go for the steal and then foul.
You're playing clock management right now. People say, oh, well, you shouldn't have fouled Rice. Well, you fouled Rice to stop the clock, because we know that Rice is in the top 10 in foul shooting at 87%. But the object is to go for the steal, and then if you don't get it, stop the clock, and let's hope that he misses 1 out of 2.
You don't have the luxury of saying, let's look around. Who do I want to foul, right?
You hear it all the time. Come on. Oh, what a bad foul. He should never have fouled that guy. No kid.
That's why he has the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes that plays into it.
32 seconds remaining, and Glenn Rice looking to give the Lakers a 6-point lead, and he does. 118 to 112, and in the Kings parlance, that's 2 3-point baskets. A 2-possession game as Delk is fouled, and once again the clock stops, and the Kings with a chance to get 2 back.
Yeah, I mean, see, I don't know why they went for the trap. That was a late 1-2-2 type of a trap right at half court. You don't foul now. I mean, because by fouling you stop the clock, you put a good foul shooter on the line.
Tony Delk coming off the bench with 10 points tonight. He had 12 last night against Golden State. Former Charlotte Hornet, Golden State Warrior.
That's the first friendly bounce Tony's had.
That's true. He's had a couple of near misses. You're right.
You can see he's playing strong basketball, excellent defense, really hustling, trying to make things happen.
4-point game, and once again the Kings forced to foul Glenn Rice, who's holding on to the ball. And so Rice, as you mentioned, the 10th best free throw shooter in the NBA, will go to the line. 26.8 remaining in the 4th, and the lead is 4 right now. Lakers trying to win their 66th game of the year. They have lost only 13 and capture the season series. Seattle lost tonight to Dallas. The Kings with an opportunity to open up a 2-game lead over the Supersonics, who they will meet next Tuesday at home in a game that will be on TNT, and that could decide the 7th slot. And if the Kings don't pull this one out, their lead will be 1 over Seattle. Meanwhile, Glenn Rice makes both free throws, and it's a 6-point game. Here is Tony Delk driving in, and it doesn't go. And that may be the last opportunity for the Kings as Kobe Bryant is fouled with a 6-point lead at 16.7.
Now, if that falls, the game is 120-116. You were still in it. Now, once again, Tony it just didn't go his way. But you love the effort. He's getting back in shape. He's missed a number of games here with a leg injury. And what happens now, you can see he's been explosive here in this 4th quarter, making things happen off the dribble.
If the Lakers finish, or the Kings finish 7th, they will face Utah in the 1st round. If not, they will face the Lakers. The 8th place team will go against the Lakers. 7-point game, and here is Corbin missing a 3. Rice the rebound, and that'll do it. The Lakers, after falling behind by 15 points early, come back with a scathing 3rd quarter to win the ball game. And Shaquille O'Neal with 41 points, 16 rebounds. Chris Webber faced the Kings with 36, but Kobe Bryant at 31, Glenn Rice 24, and the Kings remain 1 game now ahead of Seattle. Both teams losing tonight. The final score, Lakers 121, the Kings 114. Let's go out to Reggie Theus.
All right, thanks a lot, Dick. Shaq, you guys started off slow. The Kings obviously started off fast, but you got 95 points between your big 3, Kobe and Glenn Rice and yourself.
Well, I had 8 days off. Lakers just had 2 days off, so, we were kind of rusty, but second half, I think we picked up our defense. We took the high percentage shots, and they got the ball inside.
Obviously, you're having a great second half of the season, a great year, period. But why is it that your scoring went up so much in the second half of the season opposed to the first half? What has happened to even more so up your game?
Well, it's no secret that I take high percentage shots. There's only 5 great shooters in this league, and 4 of them, like to shoot the jumper. And me, I just stay inside. I go for that sky hook, I go for the slam dunk. And I shoot a very high percentage, and my teammates been looking for me. And, we've been doing pretty good.
Now, how much credit do you give Phil for the great play that you've been doing all year, Shaq?
Phil's a great coach, and we have a great team. I think if guys like Robert Horry, Rick Fox, and B. Shaw could continue to play well, then we're going to be a very hard team to beat.
No question about that. I'll see you in the locker room. All right, guys.
Well, the big 3 of Shaq, Kobe, and Glenn Rice scored 60 of the Lakers' 64 points in the second half tonight. That is a statement, and I think the Lakers did send a message tonight, although they had to win it down the stretch and hold off the Kings. And once again, the final score, the Lakers 121, the Kings, who are now 44-35 on the year. They had 114. Coming up next, it's Inside the NBA, presented by Hyundai. So for Hubie Brown, Reggie Theus, and our statistician, Marty Aronoff, final score, Lakers beating the Kings. Dick Stockton saying so long from Los Angeles, and after this break, we'll go to Ernie Johnson in our studio in Atlanta. So long, everybody.